People in Congress are talking about UFOs, underwater bases, and even hinting at the reason why we might need a UFO czar. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. To start with, we've got Eric Burleson talking about him reaching out to the Trump administration for some sort of UFO declassification.
I've been reaching out to Trump's campaign and to his policy team, trying to get them to consider UFO disclosure.
What have they told
as well?
you?
Do an executive order on that. And I think that Chuck Schumer. So one thing I think Chuck Schumer and I can find an agreement on is that the American people, really the world, deserves to know this.
Yeah, and so when he was asked about whether he had any luck about getting anybody in Trump's administration, he said he couldn't find the right person, which is very frustrating, but it kind of hints at the reason why we might need actually a UFO czar. Which leads me into the second story of the day. Lou Elizondo's lawyer has made a statement to Arthur Preston, a researcher, Arthur Preston, who has made possibly, defamatory statements, according to the lawyer, defamatory statements against Lou Elizondo, mentioning some comments from Joe Rogan that were not defamatory to Lou, but just talking about how Joe Rogan felt loosey in the football by imminent UFO disclosure. And of course, Lou's book is called Imminent, and a connection was made there. Also talking a little bit about politics. But here is what some of what the lawyer said. Here's the part of the letter. I write as legal counsel to Lou Elizondo. The purpose of this letter is to demand that you retract false and defamatory comments you recently made on X. As well, Mr. Elizondo demands you refrain from future defamatory comments. Failure to abide by these requests may result in a civil suit against you for defamation. And he goes on talking about the specifics of that, and that's really kind of a separate video. But the important part is, as well, Mr. Elizondo demands that you refrain from future defamatory comments. Failure to abide by these requests may result in a civil suit against you for defamation. The goal of your thread, here's the key part, is to disqualify Mr. Elizondo from government service by suggesting that he is opposed to President Trump and a friend of the Democrat Party. Your goal of discrediting Mr. Elizondo such that he might not be appointed by President Trump. So yeah, that's the key part. Lou Elizondo is sicking his lawyer on this guy, deservedly or undeservedly, to protect his chances of becoming a UFO czar, or the UFO czar, the first UFO czar. And I think that is really, really interesting and significant. Now, in the past, Lou has been, some might say a little touchy, maybe a little suit happy. That would be one interpretation. Another interpretation would be that he just has this stance of don't F with me, man. You're going to get the bear. And he's not afraid to unleash the bear. Part of me admires that. Part of me thinks that maybe he could be refrain a little bit from being quite so suit happy. But in this particular case, he does seem to be defending his stance of being a UFO czar. And it seems like we might need a UFO czar. Eric Burleson can't even find somebody to talk to over there. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do we need a UFO czar? Would it be better to have a UAP select committee, something like that, or a review board in Congress? Could we have both, or some other entity altogether? Let me know where you guys stand. But meanwhile, we have other Congress people talking about UFO disclosure. We have Jerry Moskowitz saying about Trump possibly declassifying stuff. Let's see if he does it, right? Like he's talked about it. He says that the American people have a right to know. I would support him releasing more information. Well, of course he would. Jared Moskowitz seems like he is an advocate for at least a certain amount of UFO disclosure. So I'm encouraged by that. Also from Ask a Poll and Matt Laszlo, a quote from new Oversight Committee Chair William Timmons tells Ask a Poll, we are considering a hearing on drone incursions into military airspace. It's not really a UAP hearing. That will at some point come up for sure, but it's more drone incursions. Of course, drone incursions might very well mean if it's a drone hearing, it may very well be a UAP hearing, as Ryan Graves himself says.
They are having a very difficult time detecting these on radar, on infrared. They're not having luck determining a source location based off of RF transmissions. So, whoever is operating these seems to be exhibiting, technology of a different form, right? We'd have to assume that these are very sophisticated unmanned systems that are utilizing advanced signal management that's defeating multi-band detection systems. So again, is that a criminal activity doing that? Is that coming from phantom ships? Those don't seem very likely when you kind of add up all those pieces.
Yeah, it doesn't, right? So who's doing it, right? Is it NHI? He says it's not necessarily NHI, but he definitely leaves that open to interpretation. Oh, and by the way, Arthur Preston, who Lou Elizondo's lawyer is threatening legal action against, is refusing to remove the tweets that landed him in the hot seat. He says, if I were to delete a post I sincerely believe is true because a fancy lawyer sent me a letter, I would regret it for the rest of my life. But Congress people are talking about a lot more than just drones. Tim Burchett is now opening the can of worms on undersea bases.
It does seem a lot of these UAP sightings are over water. Do you think there's anything to that and the basing concepts that you were laying out?
I do. When I've talked to people, or their sonar people, and the way they hide it from us, Matt, they say it's because our sonar, I believe, I haven't been briefed on this, I'm just from what I'm putting together, but we have some secret sonar. But what's so crazy about it, like we're hiding it from the Chinese. Well, heck, Matt, the Chinese sold us the components for it. They know it's in our sonar probably better than we do. But when they tell me something's moving at hundreds of miles an hour underwater, and our capabilities are, I don't think we have anything that'll do 40 miles an hour. And these things, this one was large as a football field underwater. And this was a documented case. And I have an admiral telling me this stuff. And it just, to me,
So that's where you think the bases are, is underwater then, because of those reports?
I do. I just think traveling light years, I think it happens. I think it's possible. The vastness of God's great universe. I mean, light years, the light from those stars that we see at night left there before the time of Christ. I mean, the vastness of God's great universe is unreal.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried about them harming me. I mean, if they, with that capabilities, they would have barbecued us a long time ago, brother.
Yeah, I tend to agree. If they wanted to wipe us out, they would have wiped us out. And they seem to have other designs, whether favorably or not. I think that, based on the experiencers that the Edgar Mitchell Foundation studied, the long-time contactees or abductees, 8 out of 10 had a favorable view of their experiences. So that's encouraging, if nothing else. Also, the fact that we're still here. So yeah, there's definitely something way more interesting and complicated going on there. But there you go, a roundup of Congress people talking about UFOs, underwater bases, pushing for hearings on drones, talking about reaching out to the Trump administration, pushing for UFO disclosure from that front. So really exciting times, guys. Congress is getting galvanized on UFOs. We need to keep pushing. We need to keep them interested, and we need to keep letting them know that we want UFO disclosure. At least that's my take. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. Smash the like button and the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below. Become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much, guys. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.